Will not be tolerated. Australian War Memorial defaced with pro-Palestine graffiti.
Here's a summary of the article.
Canberra police are on the hunt for a man after the Australian War Memorial was defaced with pro-Palestine slogans in the early hours of Friday morning. Acting Inspector Lisa Broomhall, of ACT Policing, calls for members of the public to provide information after a man allegedly defaced the Australian War Memorial with pro-Palestine slogans. Police from Australia's capital have called on the public to help identify a man who left graffiti on the Australian War Memorial. The culprit attended the War Memorial site around 1 a.m. on Friday before allegedly defacing at least 3 areas with pro-Palestine slogans. Officer in charge of City Police Station, Acting Inspector Lisa Broomhall, said police were very ashamed such an act took place at the National Shrine, emphasizing criminal damage such as this on such an important public institution would not be tolerated. Loading embed. Police are very disappointed this morning to see a national institution which holds a special significance to many being vandalized, Acting Inspector Broomhall said. Inspector Broomhall said police were investigating potential links to other acts of vandalism in the area, including the slogans, "Eyes on Rafah," and "This is genocide," that were left on a Vietnam War memorial in March.
This post received a score of 6,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Can't think of a better way to stick it to Israel than to vandalize the Australian War Memorial.
In the 1910s, my Palestinian, Jewish, grandmother fled Saft from a group of Arabs trying to murder, torture and rape her and her family. She made her escape through Egypt, eventually coming across Australian soldiers, who assisted in her and her family's migration to Australia. Thank God for Australia and its troops at the time.
You sure? I'm consistently and repeatedly told that life for Jews under Islamic, Arab rule was always great and nothing bad ever happened.
I know you're joking, but life under Muslim-majority country is shit for anyone who isn't Muslim of the very specific faction of the majority. My family got kicked out of Lebanon by the Muslim invaders before Israel even existed. Christian minorities are being systematically persecuted today in various Muslim countries, but by far and large the vast majority of the victims of Salafi jihadi terror groups are other Muslims. Just like they already tried invading nearby countries, got invaded by nearby Arab countries and are constantly terrorizing their own population.
Heck, even today countries like Saudi Arabia don't allow non-Muslim worship temples, such as Christian churches, to be built, and some countries that allow them forbid them from displaying any religious symbol outside, e.g. a Christian church looks like a regular building from the outside. The Muslim world is still way too radical and intolerant of anything that isn't exactly like them. Even Muslims abroad often face problems when their Islamic customs don't completely fit the Islamic customs of their host country.
Doesn't seem wise to let so many Muslims, especially illegal ones who have no idea who they are, into Europe, especially when going to same areas when they want to dominate the culture and change it. Those PPL protesting wanting a caliphate in Germany should be deported. Western countries are so tolerant to their own detriment.
Why do you think the right wing is getting increasingly popular? People are fed up.
Imagine someone coming to your door asking for help. Call your sister and mother whores, and then catcall them. They start telling you, things would be better if you started practicing their religion and embracing their superior culture. When you start calling them out for their behavior and tell them to stop jamming their religion down your throat.
I'm in the opinion we should stop tolerating any form of insular groups, of any kind.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.